Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Dive, 10, 4, 5, 8, dive high.
Hello and good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty and you've just been looking at me boat. Oh boy, yeah, this has not turned out to be quite the mission I was hoping it would be. So, first things first, we are
Shoot 2-1, aye sir.
somewhere in the North Atlantic.
Con, sonar, launch transient
Oh, boy.
from Sierra 2.
Somewhere in the North Atlantic, and we've been shadowing
Hey, you over there, in the shadows. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to accompany me.
a merchant ship that we're pretty certain
Raise the radar mast.
is not legit. Let's see if we can take a look. Anyway, we were fired upon by, by a Soviet diesel-electric boat. Let's take a look.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is cavitating.
That's not what we thought it was. Yeah, it was a suspicious movement in the North Atlantic, and we wondered if there was something untoward going on. I mean, I guess it was equivalent
Helm
of
right 2, 1, 3,
almost
0.
almost a
Helm
drug
aye.
deal. To the story of how
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
we got where we were is kind of interesting, and I don't really have the time to explain all the niceties of it, but the long and short are, HMS Clyde was hit by a whole stack of cruise missiles. We were able to get the warning off, and that was great, but not really quickly enough, and that's less great. And so what's happened is Clyde has been closed. A whole bunch of cruise missiles arrived. Base is pretty much, no, it's done for, but it's not serviceable. And we really needed some weapons, so that wasn't great. Well, we got diverted. There happened to be a Royal Fleet Auxiliary tender in the middle
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
of the North Atlantic that we were able to hook up with. We had to wait a few hours for the weather to calm down a little bit. We're very lucky with the weather. It's now October the 27th, so it's only been 4 days since my last update. But yes, we got resupply, but well, I mean, I say resupplied. They gave us 5 tigerfish, which is nice. I appreciate the tigerfish. And then 15 grogs, because yeah, we haven't got many more tigerfish, but we've got some grogs. It's like, I don't really want grogs, but okay.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
And now we're facing off against a Tango that has wire-guided torpedoes that are gently curving their way towards me. That's not a comfortable thing to be. That's just not comfortable. So,
Con, sonar, switching to
I'm
active search.
really not in a comfortable place right now, but I'm going to go ahead and just try.
Con, fire control, we've lost the
Kidding me, I
wire.
lost the wire again. I'm going to go ahead and try and get some torpedoes out. I don't want to waste my grogs, lols. I don't want to waste my torpedoes. He's out of range already. Look at that. I mean, yeah, he's not going to reach. I'll run it in attack mode, but it's more likely to get the merchant. And meanwhile, of course, these weapons are
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
tracking me, so I gotta evade. I gotta get out of here.
Con, come right 2, 1, 5, 5. Helm aye.
So if it sounds like I'm a little bit
Turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
depressed, I guess it's fair to say that I am.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master 1, last bearing 0, 5, 4. Con, sonar, no longer cavitating. Con, helm, steady course. Con, sonar, switching to passive search.
It's been a long war so far, and we were hoping for a bit of rest,
Come left
bit of
2,
respite.
3, 5, 1. Helm aye.
but that's not to happen. And I'm disappointed I couldn't do enough to stop all the cruise missiles from managing to reach Clyde. my war effort has been, I want to say robust, but clearly not robust enough. But when you're facing odds of 10 to 1, the conservative odds of 10 to 1, you don't really
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
necessarily have the luxury of being able to...
Con, helm, steady course. Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing, 0, 7, 8.
You don't have the luxury of being able to choose when and where and how you engage and what your war effort is. So, right now, this USET 80 is already targeting me.
Maneuvering, making turns for 3, 2 knots.
I am running away west 270. Now, I'm optimistic that he's actually not going to detect us, but...
Passing 1,200 feet.
He is, so...
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm going to change my depth rapidly, see if we can escape his detection that way, but I think, unfortunately,
Con, knuckle
going to be
formed.
pursued by a USET 80 for a time, and
Passing 1,000 feet.
that's not what I want. That's not what anybody wants.
Passing 900 feet.
But I mean, it could be worse,
Passing
right?
800 feet.
I think it could be worse.
Passing 700 feet.
So we'll get up to somewhere like 500,
Passing 600
400, 350 feet. Like so. We'll level off.
Passing 500 feet.
I don't know that I really want to engage with this Tango. He's going to be hard to get up to. He detected me
Passing 400
very
feet.
early, which is just not comfortable, really. So, yeah, and I'm guessing that there's more.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain he fired 2. He did fire 2 USET 80, so that might be the closer one, in which case the further one may not yet
Con, knuckle formed.
detect me, but... Alright, so at a distance of 2,000 yards, my knuckle was effective. I'm going to go ahead
Passing
and
400 feet.
drop my depth and see if he's turning away. He's going to turn around and face me
Passing
again,
500 feet.
and he's going to pick me up, but at least I'll try.
Passing 600 feet.
There he goes. Yep, there he goes.
Passing 700 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
We'll try another
Passing
knuckle.
800
I'm going to
feet.
go ahead and change my depth again. Try a side on knuckle. I don't think it's going to
Passing
work.
800 feet.
We'll try it. I could noise make it, but I'm not going to.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing, 0, 8, 1.
That's both USET 80s on me.
Passing 600 feet.
That's just terrible.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet.
We'll turn it hard away, and then I'll give it a knuckle. It's about the right
Con, sonar,
depth for
we are
this.
cavitating.
Go ahead and turn it hard. Crank it onto port like so.
Con, knuckle formed.
There's a knuckle, and
Passing
for
300
what
feet.
it's worth, we're going to rapidly descend
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
like so.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Yeah, the other one's on me as well, which I figured it would be.
Passing 700
Because, I
feet.
mean, not cheating if it's 2
Passing 800
torpedoes, right?
feet. Passing 900 feet.
Alright,
Passing 1,000 feet.
off. We're probably going to exceed my test depth here, but we know that
Passing
she's good for
1,100
1,400 feet.
Con, knuckle formed.
Quick knuckle there. Let's turn away.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Yep. It looks like the northwest one is maybe not... has maybe lost me for now, but... the northeast one, we're going to try that now.
Con, knuckle formed.
No. That hasn't bothered in the slightest. Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Try another one. Still nothing. Oh, I got a flicker there, but really, wow. Try another one.
Con, knuckle formed.
It nearly worked. Could see it flicker for just a second, but of course now it's 500 yards away, so I mean...
Con, knuckle formed.
try a rapid change of depth. I'm actually going to have to drop a noise maker here.
Passing 1,200
Like so,
feet.
and that has not worked. Oh dear. Is this thing still
Passing
capable?
1,100
guided?
Con, knuckle formed.
I think it is.
Passing 1,000
That's
feet.
bad news.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Okay, well
Passing 500 feet.
that's good. Go ahead and
Con, knuckle formed.
crank it back the other way. Get my depth even. Gonna keep heading away from the other torpedo, like so. And I think this thing is coming up. Yes, it is. So we're gonna go ahead and drop our depth. I'll leave a noisemaker up there,
400 feet.
and we'll see if we can kind of sneak away. I mean, I say sneak.
Passing 500
We're not
feet.
really sneaking. We're hoping that the noisemaker's going to confuse
Passing
it.
600 feet.
It hasn't, but hey, it could be worse, right?
Passing 700 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing
I'm
900
running
feet.
out of depth again.
Passing 1,000 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Right.
Passing 1,100 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
This thing is getting awful
Passing
close again,
1,000
but I
feet.
think I've done enough to escape just.
Passing 900 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet.
Go ahead, turn away and dive, dive, dive. I'll get back down to
Passing
1,200 feet.
800 feet.
Something is trying to track me, but okay.
Passing
I
900
guess
feet.
it's the other torpedo.
Passing
It
1,000
is.
feet.
They are stubborn little
Passing
bastards, aren't they?
1,100 feet. Passing 1,200
Okay,
feet.
I don't want to go down to... Okay, yeah, that's unfortunately done it.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'll drop another noisemaker, and we're going to do
Passing 1,200
another spiraling ascent, or a snake ascent.
Con, knuckle formed.
We're going to turn towards it, close the distance as quickly as we can, and I hope
Passing 1,000
we
feet.
get out of the way of it. But every time I do this, it feels like I get just that a little bit closer.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
I think we're good here. I think.
Passing 600 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Well, at least from that one, but the other one's, of course.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, we are
Let's go ahead and
cavitating.
do
Come
that.
left to 325.
I'm
Helm
about
high.
to break the surface if I'm not careful. Okay, there we go. Alright, I had hoped
Passing 100 feet.
that I wouldn't need to be, let's go ahead and put it to
Meet
periscope depth.
4, 5 feet. Dive
I
high.
hoped I would be able to avoid more torpedoes, and two of them at once, but alas, it was not to be, so... Tango is still active, annoyingly as well. Alright, let's come back to tracking me again. So let's turn into it.
Con, knuckle formed.
Haven't broken the lock. We'll have to do a deep dive.
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet. Dive
I
high.
guess everyone hold your breath. This is going to be a very rapid descent. As per the... Wait. It broke the wire. Okay.
Con, knuckle
Another
formed.
knuckle there. Let's see if that's helped.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, I can't afford to wait. I gotta dive, dive, dive. Okay, the combination of the knuckle and the noisemaker seem to have worked a trick there, so...
Passing 200 feet.
Okay.
Passing 300 feet. Passing.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Get down to 1,200 feet as quickly as we
Passing
can,
700 feet.
and we'll level out and see if we can get away from
Passing
him.
800 feet.
But I'm not that optimistic, as yet again I think
Passing 900 feet.
it's going to get the measure of me again.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Well, we might get away with it this
Passing 1,100
time.
feet.
I don't think we will, but we might.
Passing 1,200 feet.
It's, see, something is getting... There we go. Yeah, so it's coming down to have a sniff. Let's get my depth up. Now, hopefully, as it comes up, it's going to
Passing 1,200
bounce
feet.
through the noisemaker, but that noisemaker is probably way higher.
Passing 1,100
Okay,
feet.
it's turning away. It's circling. I think its buddy that's a
Passing
little further
1,000
away
feet.
is going to acquire me again, but we'll
Passing 900 feet.
try getting up to depth.
Passing 800 feet.
Yeah, it's...
Passing 700 feet.
have some
Passing
nervous
600
reaction
feet.
of me jumping away.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Okay, there we go, 350. It's back on my tail, but hopefully it's just 1 and not 2. So...
Con sonar, noisemaker
Ooh,
bearing 0,
that's interesting.
5, 1.
Did it wander into my... No, my grog? Let's take a look. What have we got here? Oh, that's a tigerfish. Oh, okay. And then that's whatever's chasing me. Yep. And then that's a grog that's presumably just ambling along, I think. And then the tigerfish. Wait, is that... Yes, the grog and the tigerfish are kind of moving in information.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, and this USET 80 has had enough of of ignoring my knuckles. Okay, I should be able to tackle this one now. That's good. Wow, I thought it wasn't that pretty
Con
frantic.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 0, 4, 8.
Pretty frantic pursuit. I guess the other USET 80's run out of fuel because I don't see it anywhere, which is nice. That's very good. Hey, there we go. Okay. Well, we managed to avoid
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
managed to avoid 2 USET 80s. Not a very pleasant way to spend a good 10 minutes of your time. I'm going to let the boat slow down. I'm going to let my sensors essentially come back on, and we'll see if we can pick up this tango and see what on earth's going on. So I'll pause the recording.
Con sonar regained contact on Master 1 bearing 0, 4, 9.
And I'll be back before you can blink.
Con
There you are. Hacking away at 15 knots. Let's take a look, see if you've taken a bit of a knock. No. Okay. So it's actually come... Good grief, that sound is loud. It's come through unscathed. She's not damaged, which is disappointing. And she's got no chance of hearing me right now. So part of me thinks I can get a sneaky tigerfish off with a chance of actually killing it. But what exactly is this merchant? Let's take a look. He's doing 5 knots. I don't know. Intel's got its suspicions. That looks like fairly innocuous merchant ship. I don't think there's anything untoward going on here. We don't see anything untoward underneath either. It's not like it's hiding something. So it's entirely possible that the merchant Navy vessel was just simply, it happened to have a submarine underneath it. So I don't particularly want to let this tango go, because I think he's going to threaten other shipping. But I don't know that I'm in a good enough position to be able to attack him. Oh, I mean, I could for a tigerfish at his tail and swing it behind him, but I'm just a little far. The range of a tigerfish is supposed to be 32,000 yards. Well, you know, I mean, what's the worst that happens, right? Well, the worst that happens is I fire it at him right now, and the weapon goes, it loses its wire. So let's just try it.
Shoot.
Hey!
Aye, sir.
Look at that. Okay. I'm going to turn the weapon behind it. I'm going to
come left 2, 3, 5, 5.
steer us a little bit
L9.
north, and we'll let this tigerfish go and do its tigerfishy thing. Okay.
Con, helm, steady course.
Here's the plan. We're gonna... Oh, he's turning towards me. That's a shame. He's slowed right down. He's now gonna hear the tigerfish. The plan is we were gonna get this tigerfish in this guy's baffles, and we're gonna surprise him with... yeah, he's picked up speed. I think he's rumbled what's going on. Yeah, he has. Okay, that's a shame. All right. Well, the plan was to get it on his baffles and just tackle him that way. Sneak up behind him with a tigerfish and clobber him, but that's not going to work. So we'll run this thing. We'll run my tigerfish in attack mode. It'll be 35 knots. He's going to do 15-16 knots. Looks like he's going north. So we will at least we'll catch him a little sooner, but not that much sooner. I think he's a little further east to his reported location. But he's trekking north at quite a rate. Yeah, there he is. So this tigerfish is going to intercept him. Now he might slow down and take a listen, see if he can detect if he's still being tracked, and I think he is. If this tigerfish doesn't sink him,
noisemaker bearing 020,
and we're going to finish him off with grog.
con
So
sonar noisemaker bearing.
I'm going to run to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15.
Con, fire control, weapon
And make this
countermeasure homing.
torpedo active. So let's see if we can kill him.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 016.
I'm going to let the
Con
tigerfish.
sonar noisemaker
help it a
bearing
little bit.
016. Con sonar
All right.
noisemaker bearing
So
017.
he ate one.
Con sonar regained contact on master.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
He ate one, and now we
Rig ship for
are
ultra quiet.
going to... He's on the surface. We're going to finish him off with a grog. We're going to just add shame to his list of many things. But right now, his crew should be getting into dinghies and whatnot. So that's good. I think because I'm having difficulty engaging with my vertical launch system, I'm going to get my depth to 300 feet and fire one of the VLS torpedoes, I think. I might life a little easier for me later on.
Passing 300 feet.
Accelerate time. He doesn't know that I'm here. Well, no, let me rephrase. He can't detect my exact location, but I'm pretty sure he knows that I'm here. Okay. Bit of a yawn there from me.
Come right to 029 helm I.
It's making a lot of noise, so
Con helm steady course.
no issue there knowing where he is. Gonna get a reasonable sensor acquisition. There we go. So let's get this grog off.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Yep, he's running away. At least I think he is. He heard the launch.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 012. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 006.
So
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 000.
in navigation mode,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 354.
the torpedo moves at 20 knots. It's up to 29 knots, I think, when it's in attack mode. So he's going defensive, but
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 348.
really he should just bug out.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con
Now-
sonar noisemaker bearing 342.
Now this torpedo is gonna... I'm gonna guide it in manually, if I must.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing
Which I guess I must,
336.
because-
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
It's not that big a hole in the side. And yes, I'm pretty sure his crew's gotten off,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 332.
but that was a pretty big bang for such a small torpedo. But we got him. Okay, well, yeah, we got him in the end. That was a pretty close call, but we got to use the Grogs in action for what they're designed for, killing SSKs, I suppose. Well, what I've designed them for now, anyway. So I hope you got something from that. And if you have, you know what to do. Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll hopefully see you the next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.